Good day, everybody. Out on the trails exploring with Gage. Today I want to give you guys just a walk around the back 90-acre trail to the far end. We're going to look for tracks. I'm looking for lynx today. And I just want to talk about a bit of this and a bit of that and everything in between. So come along for an outdoor wintry walk. I want to walk to the far end of the swamp. We can't bring the snow machine through here yet. It's just too wet. We need things to get a little colder before I can cut that trail around into new territory that we don't get to. But I wanted to walk it today just to see how much stuff is down on the trail that I do have, and just to get to the back areas where we don't go. So that's the plan. Today we're going to go a little further than normal. We've got about 6 to 8 inches of snow here in the bush, so really not enough snow for me to be wearing snowshoes, so I'm not. And I had people ask me, well guys, when you walk through this stuff, if there isn't a foot of snow, it's easier just to do it without snowshoes. You get tangled and caught on everything. My wife went through here the other day in snowshoes, and then she tells me she got lost. I said, oh, how do you get lost when you're in the snow? And the truth of the matter was, she wasn't lost. She could have turned around and followed her tracks back. She said it was too hard going. She said, I didn't want to go back through the areas I had already come through. So that's the truth of the matter. So she kept pushing forward until she eventually found a way out. And she came out way down the road, maybe a mile down the road. But that kind of got me thinking, all these guys that get lost, right? I think that's a big part of the Missing 411 phenomenon. These people, a lot of them, they really aren't bush people. So they go hiking on a trail, maybe they go off the trail, they go through some real nasty spots, right? Rock fields, swamps, whatever the case may be. Then they decide, I think if I just keep pushing on, some mental part of our process says it's easier to go forward than it is to go back. I know what I came through back there and I didn't like it. And I think that is a real phenomenon. I mean, I've encountered that a little bit while hunting, but sometimes you just kind of have to realize, hey, I could be going in the complete wrong direction here. If you could, especially if you could follow your tracks back, people. Starting to freeze up. Was that a good frozen deer turd? Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Come on, let's go. Get going. He'll puke that up on my wife's white rug later, I'm pretty sure. So I've brought all the trail cameras back to the house for a good cleaning, battery change. I try to do that a couple times a season, so I'm not running any trail cameras right now. We're gonna take a week or two off from that while I get everything cleaned, lenses, battery compartments. A lot of them get sap stuck to the back of them and the straps and everything, and it just becomes a bit of a nightmare to keep that stuff in working order, so you have to maintain it, right? So this channel has some of the most dedicated fans, and I really appreciate all of you guys. Some of you guys have been around for years. I know who you are. You've been leaving comments for years. I appreciate that. And in by no way is my following little amble here have anything to do with the fans of this channel. I'm a little burnt out on the channel. I'm a little upset with YouTube, but it's YouTube that I'm upset with. It's not the fans. You guys are awesome. And I just feel like we get buried because we're a small channel, and I just want to talk about it for a minute. It's very hard to stay creatively charged all the time, to be on, you know, keep that passion level up about what we're doing, right? I need to find new and interesting things. I need to get video evidence of what we're looking for. I need to find treasure. I need to do historical research. If I'm not doing these things and I'm just making videos to put out a video, which I don't do, then it's not cool, right? So I need to, for me, it's about staying involved in the process. It's about finding adventure, and it's about finding answers when we look for Bigfoot, when we look for UFOs and orbs and light anomalies and strange spiritual things, right? I need to stay connected. I hate to say I don't care about, I mean, I want to present this to you guys. It's never been about the views or the money and stuff like that. It's about finding adventure and staying engaged and interested in a really cool hobby or an interest, right? And if I'm not engaged in that, if I'm kind of burnt out on it, and I think that's what I've done. Essentially, I just solved my own question there by talking to you guys. I've kind of burnt myself out on a lot of this stuff by trying to get the numbers up on the channel, to get the viewership coming in and the pay coming in, to pay for more adventures, and I'm always worried about that. I gotta stop doing that. I just have to go back to the little roots that we have, which is do what we're gonna do. People are gonna watch or aren't gonna watch, and we afford what we afford on the channel. I'm not gonna plan big extravagant trips and things that we just stop worrying, basically. We just do our thing and stop worrying. But that's just the analytical side of Gary. That's the way I am, right? I treat everything like a business. That's why I'm successful. Everything I do is well organized, well planned. Even my hobbies become a bit of a compulsive thing, right? I've had months, guys, on this channel where I've put out 28 videos in 28 days. And I don't mean just video fodder. I mean, we go on adventures. I'll go metal detecting. I do all of the, 12-hour-a-day stuff because I'm interested in it, but I'm also trying to grow the channel. And I don't think there is a legitimate way via YouTube to grow a channel. When you're a small fish like I am, you just get buried, right? I'm not making YouTube enough money for them to really care about promoting my channel. And I'm not just saying that in a facetious, so this is what I think is happening way. Guys, the viewership on this channel pretty much tripled starting back in August, okay? Why did it triple? Because YouTube turned on maximum ads on all of my videos back in August. The week that they did that, and I didn't go in and manually turn them off because that's what they required. I said, whatever, if the channel makes a little bit more money. I had always been against more than one ad on a video. But you know what? When you're making 48 cents an hour working for YouTube, sometimes you just say, to hell with it. If they're going to pump the ads up, let's let them do it. Well, I even mentioned in the video, I got so frustrated as a YouTube viewer, I went and joined YouTube Premium because I couldn't stand the 9 commercials that they're throwing. Every 4 minutes they're throwing a 20-second, 30-second commercial up on people's videos. And I watch more YouTube than I do TV. So it's hard for me because on one hand I am a YouTuber. I want people to make money for the hard work that they put in, right? But on the other hand, as a YouTube viewer, I'm like, oh, that just sucks. And as a YouTube video maker, I have to ask, why are you charging me $12 a month? I should be I'm putting out hundreds of videos a year for you guys. We have a partnership, and you don't even give me the $12 a month YouTube Premium? There's something wrong with this partnership here. I don't know. YouTube is a scam. YouTube is the biggest money-making fraud. I'm going to be completely honest. I have no way to verify the numbers they give me. They tell me, for example, that last month, good job, Gary, viewers percentage is up 30%. Your numbers are up 30%. Your time watched is up 30%. The only stat that went down, Gary's pay went down 30%. So we got a 60% disparity there between what grew and what didn't grow. The only thing that didn't grow was the channel's wallet. And I'm not going to say Gary's wallet because every dime we make on this channel goes back into the channel. I'll buy a new trail camera, or I'll pay for gas to go for a trip. Whatever it is, like I said, I'm anal about this channel. It becomes its own business. If we want to go do something, the channel pays for it. And I don't ask you guys for money, I don't ask you guys for equipment, nothing like that. It's a self-sustained thing, and that's what the channel always was meant to be. I've just been too focused on it lately, on the number end of it, and I've turned it from a hobby, trying to turn it into a business, I guess, by saying, well, I have all these plans, these great things I want to go do and try. And then you get reports for November that just say, you're doing everything right, you've put in 150% more time, all your stats went up 30%, but guess what? Here, we're going to pay you 30% less. That doesn't work for me. And there's a certain point when you have to step back and say, this is just a hobby, right? I think I've become too involved in trying to grow this into something that I'm not really sure I want it to be. Gary wants to make money. Look, Gary still works 2 jobs, okay? So let's be clear about that. If Gary wants to make more money, he's going to work one of his 2 jobs. I go make $400 an hour at one of my jobs if I want to go make money, right? I don't do YouTube for the money, but because in my head I have this separated into it pays for itself thing, yeah. So I think maybe it's a good thing that YouTube screwing over all the lesser, smaller channels has really made me think about, you know, what am I going to do here in the future? And that's unfortunately going to mean less videos, right? Yeah, if the numbers are going to stay the same, whether I put out 28 videos or whether I put out 4, and I can do all the exploring and really concentrate on what I want, and do, you know, a video a week or 2 videos a week, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm standing at the back swamp. This is the part here where I think the snow machine would have a real chance of breaking through and getting stuck in 3 feet of water, and I don't want that to happen. So this is what I came to check, and really it's not ready yet, so I'm gonna have to wait. I have no choice. But where I want to go is straight over through that brush at the end and cut some trails that way, which leads to an even bigger swamp back there where we don't normally go. The drone has been over that stuff many times. We go probably 2 miles out from here further with the drone. You guys have seen it from the air. Big, empty expanses of land. I mean, and this is actually going the wrong direction, as I said before. This is going south, right? We could go thousands of kilometers north from here and not run into a town. We could zigzag through the bush and we could go all the way up to James Bay and into the Arctic and not run into a town. So Gage missed some poop. So I finally did find a lynx track at the back end of the swamp, farther away from the houses than some years. Some years they come up and they're right in the area behind my house. It's full of rabbits, and that's why they come in there. So kind of just a channel update on how I'm feeling about YouTube this week. Just a chance to get out and check the back swamp here. Put up a video for you guys, let you know we're still kicking, still getting out in the bush. But to maybe lower expectations about the frequency of videos on Unfrequented World coming up. We're also coming up to holiday season, so maybe a few weeks off. Gary will feel less burnt out about the whole thing. I have to get my mindset right about what the channel is. And that's back to hobby status of don't be making all these big grandiose plans because we can't travel anywhere anyway because of COVID. And just do it for the love of doing it and not stressing about organizing trips and plans and all these future things I want to do. I just have to take that out of there. I know my true fans always watch the channel no matter what we do, and I appreciate you guys for that. So moving forward, I think we're gonna slow our roll a little bit. There won't be 28 videos in a 28-day span moving forward. So just keep that in mind, guys. Enjoy the holiday season. I'll definitely see you guys before Christmas at some point. Maybe I'll pack up the truck and go spend a night with Grant. We'll do some paranormal investigations. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do this week, but we'll do something. Thanks for watching, guys.